Men of the Armed Forces of Nigeria, AFNA, have begun mass arrest of people in Aba area of Abia State following the killing of 5 soldiers by unknown gunmen on Thursday at Obikabia Junction military checkpoint during the Biafra Heroes Day sit-at-home declared by the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. Different videos posted online by residents on Friday showed people running helter-skelter apparently from military men who were patrolling the area in search of the unknown gunmen behind the soldiers' killing. One of the videos showed a group of people scampered for safety, some of them carrying a young man shot or who have sustained bullet wound. Another video showed large numbers of people being commanded into military trucks by men of the Nigerian army. A voice at the background of the video said the people were arrested by soldiers who allegedly broke into their houses following the killing of 5 military personnel around the area on Thursday by unknown gunmen. In another video, some soldiers were seen to have broken the gate of a fence to penetrate and gain access to some suspects. Nigerian doctors through their ex-social media handle have called on the Minister of Health to help ensure the release of a 15-year-old boy reportedly arrested at his home on Friday by men of the Nigerian Army at Obikabia area in Aba following the killing of the 5 soldiers by unknown gunmen. The health practitioners stated in quote thus, they are Dr. Muhammad Ali Pate at Muhammad Pate, Minister of Health of the Federal Republic of Nigeria at For Nigeria. Nigerian doctors received with great anxiety and sadness the news that Dr. Rose Amu's 15-year-old brother and young sister were abducted by Nigerian soldiers when they broke into their home, close to Obikabia Junction, Aba, Abia State. Dr. Rose Amu is distressed and cannot serve the Nigerian people in this state. Nigerian doctors are becoming distressed too, as this can happen to any of our children and siblings, while we are serving the nation in various capacity. In solidarity, we will soon join her in withdrawing our services from Abia State and the nation at large. We plead for your intervention and mediation into this crisis. We plead for the immediate release of all the underage Nigerian citizens in the custody of the Nigerian army. We plead for a proper and speedy investigation, so innocent citizens can be released back to their homes. Dr. Rose Amu in her words stated that, at 10:18 p.m. the 31st of May 2024, my siblings have still not been released. No statement has been released by the Nigerian army as to why they were taken from our home. Alex Oti is yet to comment on it. There is still no clear explanation of what they did to be taken by Nigerian army. I have the want to move some people to Asa tomorrow from where they are keeping them. Please, my brother is just told but he's a child. He is just 15 years old. We can't start looking for him. Nigerian army may escalate this now and release the minors you have taken hostage. Another resident posted on Facebook and said, they are Dr. Alex Oti, the executive governor of Abia State. The military is abducting, oppressing and assaulting Ndi Igbo in Abia State. Reports have confirmed massive abductions by the Nigerian army. IPOB is peaceful. We appeal to you to tell these murderous agents of the Nigerian army at Obikabia Aba and 144 Battalion Asa to stop further harassment on innocent citizens. Also on Facebook, a group stated that information gathered so far by Abia State media warriors indicates that the Nigerian military has blocked many major junctions in Aba, namely Ariaria Junction, Number 1 Junction, Osisioma Flyover beside Numba High School, Osisioma Road, Aba, Port Harcourt Express Road, etc. According to reports, the military is intimidating people using the roads, searching them, maltreating them, and ordering those crossing these places to raise their 2 hands up and wave them to God, whether they are carrying a big load or not. The roads were blocked, and vehicles were asked to go back to where they come from. Reports suggest that many innocent youths have been abducted by the military and labeled as unknown gunmen with no tangible evidence. At the time of this report, 2 military fighter jets are hovering in Aba, targeting individuals to gun down and label as unknown gunmen. Many roads and junctions are filled with military roadblocks as they are in search of who to kill, causing panic in Aba. People are scared for their lives and the lives of their families, and their means of survival is under threat. Many roads, junctions, and markets in Aba have few or no people in them as tension continues to rise over military attacks against innocent residents of Aba. We are using this opportunity to call on the Nigerian military to abort their planned attack against innocent people in Aba, rather to hunt unknown gunmen. We are also notifying the general public and those who care to know that the military is about to attack innocent residents of Aba for no justifiable reason. Abia Media Warriors statement ends in quote. Abia State Governor Alex Oti has placed a 25 million naira bounty on killers of the 5 officers of the Nigerian army near Aba town. The offer, he said, will be reward to anyone with useful information on how to arrest and prosecute the criminals. This was contained in a statement made public on Friday, which was signed by Prince Okikalu, the Abia State Commissioner for Information and Culture. In the statement, the state government described the incident of Thursday, May 30, 2024 as very ugly. The government said that some suspected criminal elements operated with several SUVs at around 7:45 a.m. at Obikabia Junction, in the Omo Hill area, Obingwa local government area, near Aba town. During that operation, they had opened fire on men of the Nigerian army on security duty, which led to the killing of the 5 soldiers. The state government commiserated with the Chief of Army Staff, Major General Tarin Lagbaja, and the military high command in the country for the unfortunate incident. The state government also prayed for the peaceful repose of the soul of the gallant soldiers who died in active duty, adding that the state government considered the event of Thursday, May 30, 2024 as a serious affront by the criminal elements who wanted to return Abia State to the dark days of insecurity and as a dreaded place. Emphasizing that, Aba town most especially, is the economic heartbeat of the state and the ugly event was happening in the light of the unprecedented investments made so far in the last 1 year to restore the city's public infrastructure and reposition it as an attractive investment destination for local and foreign businesses. The statement assured that the state government will respond appropriately to reassure its citizens, investors and friends of Abia across the world that the state is safe. It restated that the Abia state government will continue to give all necessary support to the security agencies in the state for the purpose of protecting lives and property. On the other hand, former presidential spokesperson on new media and a political commentator, Rino Omokri said, and in quote, 5 soldiers were yesterday killed by unknown gunmen suspected to be members of the indigenous peoples of Biafra as they celebrated the 57th anniversary of the declaration of the defunct rebel Republic of Biafra. I call on Nigerians and the Nigerian army to note that in his belated message, Peter Obi refused to blame or condemn both IPOB or unknown gunmen. In contrast, when he condemns insecurity in the north and southwest, Mr. Obi never fails to point fingers. That, by itself, speaks false, especially as IPOB had threatened violence yesterday. They then include Sergeant Charles Oguchukwu, 94NA, 38,1467, Sergeant Bala Abraham, 03NA, 53,1028, Corporal Gideon Egwe, 10NA, 65,7085, Corporal Ikima Ikechukwu, 13NA, 75,483, and Corporal Augustine Emmanuel, 13NA, 76,663. I commiserate with the Nigerian army on this profound and sad loss and call on all Nigerians to show their unwavering and everlasting support to our military heroes, who are the last line between us and anarchy. May God bless their memories and grant his family the fortitude to bear the loss. Rino Omokri words, and in quote. Peter Obi, the former governor of Anambra State and the Labour Party presidential candidate in the last concluded Nigerian general elections in reaction to the killing of the soldiers, said, I am appalled and saddened by the attack on our brave soldiers in Abia State yesterday, resulting in the death of 5 soldiers. This dastardly act remains condemnable as it is a stark reminder of the escalating insecurity and violence that has continued to plague our nation under our collective watch. My heart goes out in solidarity and sincere condolences to my dear brother, Dr. Alex Oti, Governor of Abia State, and the good people of the state. More directly, my condolences to the families of the fallen heroes, who have paid the ultimate price in service to our country. Their sacrifice will never be forgotten, and we owe it to them to demand accountability and justice. Our failure as a nation to protect our citizens and security personnel is a clear dereliction of duty and sign of deficiency of the Nigerian state. The continued brutality and bloodshed in our nation must be met with swift and decisive action, not empty words and hollow promises. I condemn this atrocity in strong terms, and demand an immediate and thorough investigation into this crime in order to identify and punish the culprits. We must not stand idly by while our nation is torn apart by violence and fear. We will continue to push for a better future, where our citizens and security forces are protected and valued. Peter Obi's statement reads in quote. Former legal counsel to Nnamdi Kanu, the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor also condemned the killing of the soldiers by unknown gunmen and said, I roundly condemn in unmistaken terms the unprovoked attack on military personnel at a checkpoint in Abia State on the 30th day of May 2024. While we pray for the repose of the souls of those who lost their lives in this dastardly act, carefully perpetuated by the real enemies of Biafra and Biafrans, I urge for all hands to be on deck to ensure that those responsible for this heinous attack are fished out. Unfortunately, the victims of the envisaged reprisal attacks and or arrests from the soldiers will be innocent citizens who know absolutely nothing about the incident. While we encourage a thorough investigation of this heinous crime, we shall at the same time urge the soldiers and other security agents to exercise the greatest restraint and operate within the acceptable rules of professional engagement, to avoid punishing the innocent for an offense they know nothing about. Furthermore, it is unreasonable to attribute the commission of this dastardly acts to the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, whom I am its lead counsel, even before any investigation has been conducted. IPOB has maintained its peaceful stance in their self-determination quest for a sovereign state of Biafra, and have at all times distanced itself from the activities of the criminals claiming to be freedom fighters, who have publicly taken responsibility for this heinous crime. Whatever evil motive behind the actions of the evil souls that perpetuated this evil act, has no justification under any circumstance and stands totally condemned. The long arms of the law must surely catch up with those responsible for this heinous crime. Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor's statement ends in quote. On Friday, we reported that Nigerian Defense Headquarters has issued a statement and the confirmation of the killing of 5 soldiers by unknown gunmen at Obikabia Junction in Aba, the commercial city of Abia State, on Thursday during the Biafra Heroes Remembrance Day sit-at-home declared by the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. According to the Nigerian Military Headquarters, the unknown gunmen are members of IPOB and its armed affiliate, Eastern Security Network, ESN terrorists. The statement signed by the Defense Director of Media Operations, Major General Edward Buba, and made public on Friday, indicated that the soldiers were killed after the unknown gunmen took them by surprise. Details of the Defense Headquarters statement are presented verbatim below. Troops of Operations Oduka deployed at Obikabia Junction checkpoint in Obingwa local government areas adjoining Aba metropolis in Abia State were attacked and sadly killed by terrorists of IPOB ESN. The troops deployed to enforce peace in the area and protect the citizens were massacred attacked by the terrorists. The terrorists in 3 tinted Prado Toyota SUVs and others from built-up areas surrounding the checkpoint sprung a surprise attack on the checkpoint. The attack sadly took the lives of 5 personnel of the armed forces killed in action. The armed forces mourns the death of these troops as each and every soldier lost in battle is a terrible loss. Meanwhile, investigations are ongoing concerning the attack. Overall, it must be reiterated that the lifeline of the terrorists is the people, and this situation is no exemption. Winning the war without the support of the people is close to impossible. The IPOB capitalized on this to perpetrate attacks on the troops. The situation leaves more to be desired. Accordingly, it is absolutely imperative that the military retaliates against this dastardly act against troops. The military will be fierce in its response. We will bring overwhelming military pressure on the group to ensure their total defeat. The Nigerian Military Defense Headquarters statement ends in quote. Imo State Governor Hope Uzodimma condemned the attack on troops at the military checkpoint at Obikabia Junction and demanded the swift arrest of the perpetrators. In a statement, the Imo State Governor said that, on behalf of the government and good people of Imo State and the Southeast Governors Forum, I vehemently condemn the horrific attack on soldiers lawfully performing their duties in Aba, Abia State. This reprehensible act by criminals is a terrible practice that undermines our collective security and must be thoroughly investigated, with the perpetrators swiftly brought to justice by our security agencies. I extend my deepest condolences to the Chief of Army Staff and the entire Nigerian Army for this grievous loss. May God grant the souls of the departed eternal rest and bestow upon their families the strength and fortitude to bear this profound loss. Former Vice President of Nigeria and People's Democratic Party, PDP candidate in the last concluded presidential election in Nigeria, Atiku Abubakar, in a press release he personally signed as indicated on his verified social media handles, condemned the killing of soldiers by unknown gunmen and called for political resolution in the legal case involving the detained Biafra agitation leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and other associated issues. Atiku Abubakar stated in quote thus, the violence that led to the killing of soldiers and civilians in Abia State on Thursday stands condemned. My thoughts and prayers are with the families and friends of those who may have lost a loved one. May their souls rest in peace. But even more profound is the impact of yesterday's sit-at-home in the southeast region of our country on students writing WAEC examinations. The vow of the so-called unknown gunmen hiding under cover to unleash death and mayhem must be lifted to ensure that criminal elements are separated from legitimate agitators. To this end, without prejudice to the ongoing legal processes, I think the time has come to explore a political resolution to the Nnamdi Kanu and other associated issues. I believe that this will defuse the compressor cooker situation in the region. It will be a win-win for all parties. On Thursday, we reported that unknown gunmen in large numbers on Thursday morning attacked a military checkpoint at Obikabia Junction in Aba, a commercial city in Abia State. Some residents who posted on the spot recorded videos online said almost all the soldiers at the checkpoint were killed and the vehicle of the military personnel was seen in the videos set ablaze. Another video from residents showed one of the soldiers who was said to be the only one that escaped the attack. The voice at the background of the video said the surviving soldier was the only who ran away or quickly took cover immediately the unknown gunmen launched the attack. More soldiers appeared to have been deployed to the area as military vehicles loaded with military personnel were seen in a video moving towards the Obikabia Junction for reinforcement as sounds of heavy gunshots could be heard in the video. We also reported that Governor Peter Imolen Enugu State government condemned what he described as an attempt to scuttle the Senior Secondary School Certificate Examination (SSCE) in the state on Thursday, May 30, 2024. This, as IPOB had warned the management of Nnamdi Azikiwe University, UNIZIK, in Anambra State against holding its convocation ceremony on May 30th. It said the day had been selected for Biafra Remembrance Day to honor Biafra fallen heroes and heroines. It was reported that the school later rescheduled its convocation earlier billed to be held on May 30th. The institution subsequently changed the May 30th and 31 dates for its 18th convocation and award of degrees to its graduates and postgraduates. Enugu government in a statement issued by the Commissioner for Information, Aka Eze Aka said the consequences of candidates of the state and the entire southeast region not sitting for their general mathematics papers were massive and held nothing but a threat to the future, contrary to what their forebears fought for. ACA, however, urged candidates and those involved in the conduct of the examination and other enterprises to go about their legitimate businesses, as the state had taken steps to ensure adequate security of lives and property. The statement partly read, the Enugu state government notes with deep concern, condemned, the statement credited to the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, directing the West African Examination Council, WAEC, to postpone the General Mathematics, Theory and Objectives examination scheduled for Thursday, May 30, 2024, which the IPOB had designated Biafra Heroes Day. We note with particular concern IPOB's statement that WAEC board should not endanger the lives of small children because that day is not safe for any individual in Biafra territory. This is unacceptable to us, not only because of the well-known position of the Enugu state government on illegal sit-at-home orders, which have dealt a great blow on the socio-economic life and fortunes of the Southeast region, but also because of the far-reaching consequences of a whole generation of Enugu children failing to sit for a fundamental subject such as mathematics in 1 year. Let no one make a mistake about it. Indigo excel on the wings of industry, education and human capital development. Therefore, any pronouncement or action that tends to deny our children their rights to education, which is their ticket to the future, is offensive to our sensibilities and showing the sensibilities of our founding fathers and fallen heroes, who must be turning in their graves, wondering what could have happened to us as a people. More so, when many of the architects of such unjust and evil agenda live in the comfort of civilized societies where they go to work and their children go to school every workday. The Enugu state government recognizes the sacrifices of our gallant forebears, who gave their all, including their lives, to defend the Igbo land. But we also recognize that the die that we may not just have life, but to have the best of it, which can only come from developing our human capital to be able to excel in all that we do as individuals and collectively as a people. The government will not sit by and watch the future of our children aborted by such unconceived pronouncements intended to keep them at home. WAEC, as the name implies, is a regional body organizing SSCE, not just in Nigeria, but also across West Africa. The sub-region will certainly not wait for us. The Enugu state government, therefore, enjoins candidates sitting for the ongoing SSCE in Enugu state to feel free to go to their respective centers to sit for their papers on Thursday, May 30, 2024, without any fears, while the officials involved in the conduct of the examination should also go about their legitimate duties without apprehension. As underscored at the beginning of this administration, no one has the right to impose any illegal and involuntary restriction of movement or business activities on anybody within the territory of Enugu state. Such will be met with the full weight of the law. Consequently, the government has put the security agencies on red alert to ensure security of lives and property and also deal, according to the laws of the land, with anyone or group bent on scuttling the SSCE scheduled for May 30, 2024 or causing a breach of peace and security of any type. Meanwhile, in a circular entitled, Clarification on Attendance to Duty on Thursday the 30th of May 2024, issued on Tuesday, the state's head of service, Ken Ugu, warned civil servants and political appointees that failure to report to work would attract severe sanctions. Ugu, in the circular dated Tuesday, May 28, 2024, maintained that there would be no public holiday on May 30, 2024. He said, it has become expedient to clarify that the state government has not declared Thursday the 30th of May 2024 as a public holiday or sit-at-home day contrary to misconceptions from some quarters. May I, therefore, remind our workers that failure to be in their duty posts on the above date will attract summary dismissal from service in line with the enabling provisions of the public service rules. It must be noted that such purported public holiday, sit-at-home, will have far-reaching consequences on the academic pursuits of our children, who are taking part in the senior secondary school certificate examinations holding simultaneously across the nation, including the southeastern region. Enugu state government strongly frowns at any calculated attempt to mortgage the future of our children and has, therefore, put in place necessary security arrangements to guarantee the safety and unrestricted movement of all citizens and residents within the state. All permanent secretaries, directors of administration, heads of departments, and agencies of government are directed to take a roll call of all those who came to work and return the same to the office of the head of service before 11 a.m. on Thursday the 30th of May 2024. We had earlier reported that men of the Nigeria Police Force have shot one of the four suspected armed groups said to be regrouping to enforce the sit-at-home to mark the 2024 Biafra Heroes Remembrance Day. SP Tochukwu Ikenga, in a statement on Wednesday, said one of the four armed gang was demobilized along the New River Niger Bridge by Oba flyover in the Idemili south of Onitsha Market area in Anambra State, with 3 other gang members escaping with bullets wound. It would be recalled that the indigenous people of Biafra has insisted that the May 30th sit-at-home remains sacrosanct across the southeast and that every resident in the zone should stay at home in commemoration of Biafra Heroes Day. Early photographs made available few minutes ago indicated that some group of people suspected to be members of unknown gunmen gang acting as Biafra secessionist armed group have begun the Biafra Heroes Day Remembrance commemoration with a candlelight at their various camps as early morning night of Thursday. The photographs are part of the attached photos added to the feature image of this story. According to SP Tochukwu Ikenga, following the intel gathered, the operatives today the 29th of May 2024 by 2 p.m. led ambush on the miscreants along Oba Flyover, Idemili South, intercepted a gang of 4 armed men operating on motorbikes and demobilized one of the miscreants while the other 3 escaped the scene with bullet injuries. The operatives recovered a locally made Barretta pistol, 4 expanded cartridges, 2 phones, and some signals, initials showing unpatriotism and disloyalty to the Nigerian government. Preliminary information shows the armed men were regrouping to enforce illegal sit-at-home tomorrow the 30th of May 2024. Meanwhile, the operatives are on the trail of the 3 armed men who escaped the scene. To this end, the CP charges the operatives to sustain the tempo of the onslaught against the criminal elements and continue to deny them the space they enjoy to commit havoc in the state. Meanwhile, reports from Enugu State on Wednesday indicated that ahead of the Thursday's Biafra Day sit-at-home unknown gunmen attacked Info Market at Abagwa aka community in Igbo, Eze South local government of Enugu State and caused heavy damages on traders and vehicle road users. Comments from residents indicated that the people of Nkolebo Obupa, Ichi, Onadu, Akpanya, Obupa, Ovoko, Ibagwa, Opuje, Iheka, Ihepu, and other villages whose mothers earned their livelihood from the attacks in Info Market suffered a lot of damages and losses in their business. To this end, SP Tochukwu Ikenga in a statement said, the Anambra State Police Command has become cognizant of the activities of criminal elements disseminating, threatening voice-overs and violent videos in an attempt to enforce illegal sit-at-home directives and instill fear among the residents of Anambra. It is imperative to inform the public that actionable intelligence indicates that these individuals, in their bid to enforce the unlawful sit-at-home order, fabricate threatening voice-over recordings and circulate outdated videos of violent incidents, some of which did not occur within the state or even the country. The command is fully aware of these secessionist activities and urges the law-abiding citizens of Anambra to disregard such propaganda. Rest assured, the police, along with other security agencies, have mobilized law enforcement resources to ensure the safety and security of every citizen in the state. As a recent example, on May 29, 2024, at approximately 2 p.m., police operatives led an ambush on miscreants along Oba Flyover in Idemili South. This led to the interception of a gang of 4 armed men operating on motorbikes. During the encounter, 1 miscreant was apprehended, while the other 3 managed to evade capture, sustaining bullet injuries in the process. The operatives recovered a locally made Barretta pistol, 4 expended cartridges, 2 phones, and incriminating evidence indicative of unpatriotic and disloyal behavior towards the Nigerian government. In light of these developments, the Commissioner of Police, CP Nnage Obono Itam, assures the people of Anambra State that their safety remains the utmost priority of the police command. In case of any security concerns, citizens are encouraged to contact the command's control room at 070391943332 or the respective area commands. In an earlier statement, SP Tochukwu Ikenga said that the Commissioner of Police has deployed operatives of Schools Protection Squad, SPS, led by the Assistant Commissioner of Police Operation Department of the command to ensure the safety of school children taking their school leaving certificate exams today Thursday, May 30th, 2024. The police command spokesperson released the phone numbers of various commands in the state as stated below. The Commissioner of Police CP Nnage Obono Itam today the 29th of May 2024 compliments the already in place joint security force comprising of the Army, Navy, Civil Defense, and other sister agencies engaged in visibility policing patrols that is dynamic and potent to address any security concerns, especially against criminal elements enforcing illegal sit-at-home in the state, by the deployment of the operatives of Schools Protection Squad SPS led by the Assistant Commissioner of Police, Operations Department to ensure the safety of students in the state, for the West African Senior School Certificate Examination, the WASSCE, starting on May 30th, 2024 nationwide. Area Command Oka, 08033822097. Area Command Abuata, 08066069335. Area Command Ihiala, 08136025679. Area Command Otucha, 08035602795. Area Command Onitsha, 08033979326. Area Command Mniwi, 08028593542. Area Command Orafit, 08066664445. Area Command Ogidi, 08037505738. The Schools Protection Squad SPS is an initiative of the Inspector General of Police IGP Kayode Adeolu Egbetukun, designed to protect the schools, students, and institutional infrastructure. The squad is equipped with relevant assets and advanced training to effectively respond to security challenges facing educational institutions. The personnel dispatched and tasked to intensify robust patrols around schools and vulnerable institutions in all the locations in the state. The CP, while wishing the candidates success in their exams, advised them to be of good behavior and not to engage in any form of examination malpractice. Also, in the event to request security service or to report any security-related incident or otherwise, call us on 070391943332 for a prompt response. The NPF Rescue Me app, is also available for free download on both Android and Apple iOS for Android and iPhone users respectively. As part of preparation to ensure no sit-at-home took place in Anambra State, the police command spokesperson, Tokuku Ikenga, in a statement 1 week ago, said, Anambra police operatives today, the 23rd of May 2024 by 11:30 a.m. intercepted a gang member of a notorious gun-running syndicate in Onitsha, recovered 7 brand new Joseph Magnum pump action guns in a concealed bag. This breakthrough is following the practical intelligence and tact-led policing strategy of the Commissioner of Police, CP Nnage Obono, attempt to frustrate criminal plans, especially on the intel received over time about planned attacks by unlawful group secessionists to enforce illegal sit-at-home on the 30th of May 2024. The operatives laid ambush at the identified location at Creek Road, Onitsha, and the governor on sighting the police abandoned the bag and took to his heels. To this end, the CP directs a manhunt on the notorious gun runner and the gang and urges Indi Anambra to sustain the provision of security information as the police will continue to act upon it, to be able to frustrate the criminal intentions of the known state actors in the state.
Osazuwa Level, bringing you the news in a more digital way.